Oof. I'm doing this video right now. I need to do catch-ups. I missed the last couple of days, but also I was having this glorious morning full of peaceful thoughts and beautiful, and then I went to make a plan for Christmas with flights and stuff, and I just went into like panic mode, and it was just so interesting to experience myself go from like peace to like panic, peace to panic, with just thoughts. It was just like nothing's changed, nothing's happened. But these readings are so helpful. So just in this moment, I thought, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, oh, get into the work, do the work, do the work. It's always helpful. Um, so we are backtracking a little bit here, and we're doing October 22nd. Holding your own. Holding your own. Let's see. Holding your own. Trust yourself. Trust what you know. I just wasn't trusting myself. Like something, the way that everything just processed over the last 2 weeks, I was like, oh, I should have. The should haves came in. That's what happened right now. The should haves came in. Should have done this. Shouldn't have done that. Shoulda. No. Trust yourself. Trust the decisions I've made yesterday, an hour ago, in this moment, and ones to come. Trust what I know. I know that I am always protected and cared for. I know that higher powers, God, always has me on the right track, as long as I lean on him and not my own self-will and how I want things, or should have. That's all like me all of a sudden going back and going, oh, I shouldn't have trusted that moment back then. Like, yes, no, we can trust what I know, that everything always works out for higher good. That's what I know. Trust yourself. Trust what you know. Sometimes it's hard to stand in our own truth and trust what we know, especially when others would try to convince us otherwise. The world, sometimes that's what I find. I was reaching out to a couple of girlfriends who I think are a lot like me internally, and it's the world. Sometimes the world will trigger us. The world, the people, places, and things send messages to me sometimes, and the messages are always love, but the message I receive sometimes is that I'm different, I'm weird, I'm no good. And that's not the truth. That's not the truth. I know that, but that's sometimes still the message coming at me. So I have to abolish that with trusting myself and trusting what I know and trusting God. So especially when others would try to convince us otherwise, or the world, or the messages coming at us are, like from a force that is not true, a false force. So in these cases, others may be dealing with issues of guilt and shame. So on just like another side note, in general, not for my own personal experience, but in my experience in the past, definitely, if someone comes at you with anger, or tries to shame you, or tries to guilt you, or tries to put you down, it's their own stuff. It's their own stuff, because someone who is full of positivity and self-confidence and knows their, and is happy and joyous, they have no need to ever point a finger at anybody, ever judge or point a finger at anybody. So in those cases where someone or the world might try to convince you otherwise, stand in our own truth and trust what we know. Sometimes the world might try and challenge that, but in those cases, others or the world may be dealing with issues of guilt and shame. They may have their own agendas. They may be immersed in denial. They would like us to believe that we don't know what we know. They would like us to not trust ourselves. They would prefer to engage us in their nonsense. That old saying, misery loves company. Someone wants to pull you into their shit sometimes. We do not have to forfeit our truth or our power to others. That is codependency. So when you forfeit your own truth, when you forfeit your own self-care, when you forfeit your own self-love in lieu of others, that's codependency at its peak. Believing lies is dangerous, as I just spoke about in the beginning of the video. If you believe like, oh, I'm no good, I should be ashamed, I should feel guilty. If you believe any of that, if that's coming at you, that's lies. That is lies. And believing in lies is dangerous. When we stop trusting our truth, when we repress our instincts, when we tell ourselves there must be something wrong with us for feeling what we feel or believing what we believe, we deal a deadly blow to ourself and our health. A negative thought can change the alkalinity of your body. Can take you from alkaline to acid state, which our bodies do not want to be in, with a thought, with a worry. So when we're feeling these things, it's a deadly blow to ourself, to your self-esteem, your ideals, and your health. So when we discount that important part of ourselves that knows what is truth, we cut ourselves off from our center. When you discount that, you're cutting yourself off from your heart, from your center, from your soul. Don't do that. We feel crazy. We get into shame, fear, confusion when we do this stuff. So if you're feeling that, no, if you're feeling shame, confused, and crazy, you have somewhere cut yourself off from your heart, from your soul. So when we shame, fear, and confusion, so we get into shame, fear, and confusion. We can get our Okay, here we go. When we discount the important part of ourselves that knows what is truth, we cut ourselves off from our center. We feel crazy. We get into shame, fear, and confusion. We can't get our bearings when we allow someone to pull the rug from under us. The key word there is allow. When we allow that to happen, we don't have to allow it. You have a choice. You have a decision these days. This does not mean that we are never wrong, but we are not always wrong. Be open. Stand in your truth. Stand in our truth. Trust what you know and refuse to buy into denial, nonsense, bullying, or coercion that would like to take you off course. Ask to be shown the truth clearly. Here's a little prayer in the midst of that. Like, just show me the truth. Make it clear and easy. Make it clear and easy. Show me the truth. Not by the person trying to manipulate or convince you, but by yourself. Ask to be shown the truth by yourself. Ask to be shown the truth from yourself, from your higher power, from your higher self. Ask to be shown the truth clearly, not by the person trying to manipulate or convince you, but by yourself, your higher power, and the universe. Show me the truth. Show me the truth. Here's your prayer for today. Today, I will trust my truth, my instincts, and my ability to ground myself in reality. I will not allow myself to be swayed by bullying, manipulation, games, dishonesty, or people with particular agendas. I will not allow myself to be swayed. I will trust in my truth and my instincts and my ability to ground myself in reality. And reality is love. Mwah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being someone who watches these videos so that I can, help myself. And yeah, please hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and join me on the journey of healing and self-love, self-acceptance, and receiving the love that's always been there. I love you all. Have a great day.